I told you guys they want your children. And if you don't want to give them your children, if you don't want to transition your children, they're going to go after you. And one of their ringleaders is actually Joe Biden. Yes, Beijing Biden, man, he said something so despicable that I want to throw up. But I needed to make a video on this because maybe, just maybe, somebody will actually see the light about their agenda and what they're doing to children. This whole thing with transitioning children is gotten out of control. Just like drag queens for kids. This fringe thing has gone mainstream now, and they want your children. And some of the side effects of these drugs that they want to pump your kids with, it could actually be irreversible. I mean, what if one day a little girl, who says, hey, I want to be a boy, and they transition the kid, and then says, wait a minute, that was a mistake. And that young girl grows up and wants to have kids, and she finds out she can't have kids because of the damage that was actually done to her body when she was a little girl. I mean, we as human beings were meant to go through puberty. That is a natural thing. But they want to go out there, they want to put your kids on puberty blockers and just cause a whole bunch of damage. Kids, they're not old enough to drink. A lot of these kids can't add and subtract. But you mean to tell me that a little boy actually knows that they're a little girl? That was a bunch of things I'm pretty sure that everybody wanted to be when they were a little kid. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the parents say, hey, no. I mean, Joe Biden here in this clip goes after Florida and Ron DeSantis because they're banning sex changes for kids. I completely agree with that. I mean, who believes that a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old, 10-year-old actually knows what's best for them? That is why you actually have parents. Not every parent is going to be a good parent. Of course not. But we've seen in some cases where the parents don't even want to protect their kids. How many videos have we actually done where parents actually have their kids exposed to half-naked drag queens that are saying pretty disgusting stuff to them? Yeah, it is repulsive. But here we go. On the post-millennial, Joe Biden says Florida's prohibition against child sex changes is sinful. Now, this man is supposed to be a practicing Catholic, but we know that he is a fake Catholic. I guess, whatever he actually learns when he actually goes to Mass, he just throws it out the window when he actually goes back into his home. Yeah, this man is not a real Christian at all. The things that he is calling for definitely goes against the teaching of the church. But you know what? Being a Democrat is more important than being a Christian to him. Joe Biden is not looking out for what's best for children. He's thinking, you know what, if I say this and I do this, it's going to give me more votes. That's pretty much it. This man's the worst occupier of the Oval Office probably of all time. And there's been some really, really bad ones out there. You know what, guys? I actually saw a ranking this way, where the media is actually compromised by their left-wing agenda. They actually had Joe Biden ranked as the 18th best president of all time. Yeah, I actually saw that. They had Trump like at 44 or something like that. Yeah, these people have an agenda and they want to push it and push it on you. Let's watch this clip here, guys. I mean, this is ridiculous. It says here on Monday, a clip of Joe Biden's upcoming appearance on The Daily Show started circulating online when Beijing Biden suggested the way to protect transgender kids was to pass legislation like we pass on same-sex marriage. And here we go. I believe that's Cal Penn is also in this as well. I mean, Joe Biden is definitely living a sinful life, but he has the audacity to say that the state of Florida, who's actually protecting kids, is sinful. Watch this.
Transgender kids is a really harder thing. What's going on in Florida is, as my mother would say, close to sinful. I mean, it's just terrible what they're doing. It's not like, a kid wakes up one morning and says, I decided I want to become a man, or I want to become a woman, or I want to change. I mean, what are they thinking about here? They're human beings. They love, they have feelings, they have inclinations that are, it just to me is, I don't know, it's cruel. And the way we do it is we make sure we pass legislation like we passed on same-sex marriage. You mess with that, you're breaking the law, and you're going to be held accountable.
Wow. That is some dangerous stuff right there from Joe Biden. Very, very dangerous stuff. He says that it is cruel. He says that it's sinful. I think that Joe Biden is actually cruel and sinful. This man has done so much damage out there. How much more can we take of this man? How much more? The leftist agenda, the leftist, he has went full-blown leftist. And he has been for a while. Joe Biden used to be called a moderate. I mean, if you listen to a clip of Joe Biden, 20 years ago talking about abortion, probably not even that long ago, he said that it actually should be very, very rare. That's not his exact words. But now, he wants unlimited abortion. 20, 30 years ago, Joe Biden would not be saying this. But Joe Biden now has been brought further and further to the left, man, to where now he wants to chop off the balls of your little boys. He wants to pump your kids full of dangerous hormones that could actually stunt their growth. I believe I actually talked about this before. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys actually know Jazz Jennings, biological boy, and was a very, very little boy at that. And decided, you know what, I want to change and be a girl. The kid grows up, decided, hey, I want to have a fake vagina. Chops the sausage off, and there was actually some problems because all that stuff that kid was on came back to haunt him. I don't believe the kid has any sexual feeling, and it actually stunted his growth down there, if you know what I mean. They had trouble actually making a fake vagina. But Joe Biden is perfectly okay with all of this. He's perfectly okay with that. It's illegal in Texas. It's illegal in Florida. I believe it should be illegal nationwide. Somebody actually needs to protect these children. But Joe Biden has no intention of actually doing that. None. You parents out there, if you're going to listen to him, you're putting your kids in danger. Huge danger, man. No kid should be making this kind of choice about their life until they're much older. I'm talking about, actually, you know what? I would just abolish it completely. I'm completely against transitioning anybody because I don't believe that a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man. It's all an illusion in the mind. I believe we actually need to treat this mental health issue because it is a mental health issue. It needs to be treated. Just like if you're hearing voices in your head, the doctor isn't going to say, you know what? Let's go ahead and just enable you hearing more voices. But they do that when it comes to this whole trans thing. And it's gotten way, way out of control. This is some dangerous stuff, folks. Dangerous, dangerous stuff. And Joe Biden just said it right there. He called it cruel and sinful. Wow. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we will catch you next time.